hopefully. Not going to rain or anything. First squat of the day, I believe, is Lola Miller Nouvelle. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Weight on the bar is 60 kilograms or 132 pounds. Pin height 14. Lifter is required to unrack the bar as such. Wait for the head referee's signal, which is that. Dip down and rise to the top, back into the rack. 1 white, 2 whites. Oh, thank you, Peter. That was about to be a red. 3 white lights. Well done indeed, Lola. Thank you. We'll take a second attempt now from you. Simone Treasure, you are the next lifter. 165 pounds on the bar, please. That is 75 kilograms, 31 years young. Weight category 90 kilograms, 86.4 at weigh-in. Lifters to follow: Del Ducamp, Laura Wells, Lynn Peachy. Thereafter, Ben Wilson, Eric Hall, Ruby Lambert Comic. Great name that, by the way, Ruby. Peter O'Loughlin, Robert Wiggins, Nikita Simpson, and Miguel de Guzman. I hope I've got those pronunciations correct. If I haven't, please let me know. You are here today, ladies and gentlemen, at Lift Culture in, as we mentioned, sunny Port Kennedy. Just off, I think, Warnborough Sound Avenue. Must be the first comp we've had in this particular gymnasium, well, in this general area, I should say, since the Resurgence Gym, the long since closed Resurgence Gym round the corner from here. Today's comp is a novice or intermediate type event. Thank you, Peter. And the lifter on deck now is Simone Treasure, 31 years young. Sounds like a pretty fair cheer squad, by the way, over the back there. 75 kilograms on the back. Dell, you'll be taking 75 as well. Pin height 13 for Simone. Pin height 11 for Dell. First squat of the morning. So, in a moment's time, we're watching Simone dip down to what we refer to as below parallel, then come up, walk the bar back into the racks. Now we have 2 reds and 1 white. Not sure why we have reds. Okay, I understand. Thank you. Technical issue only. No problem with the squat. Let's give her a big round of applause anyway, ladies and gentlemen. We always love to see white lights. Same weight on the bar, please. Pin height 11. So the bar stays the same, which is a 20 kilo plate, a 2.5 and a collar. Del Ducamp, 57 years young, same age as me, 58.5 kg body weight, but 75 kg. Wow, 20 kgs almost. Holy smokes. Laura Wells, you'll follow on in a moment. Lynn Peachy, Ben Wilson, Eric Hall, and Ruby Lambert. Comic, correct? That's all right. You're happy with that pronunciation? Thank you. Peter O'Loughlin, Robert Wiggins, Nikita Simpson, and Miguel de Guzman. Not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Alexander Pitt and Mitch Quinn Conroy. So, Del, you are on deck now. First squat of the day here at Lift Culture. Again at sunny Port Kennedy. Down. Just about on depth, I think. Thank you, Peter. We'll just see what the judge... 1 red, 1 white, 1 red. Maybe just only a minuscule amount away from, I would say, correct depth. That's what I think anyway. You can speak to the judges about that. 90 kilograms, 198 pounds. A 25 kilogram plate, please, and a 5 kilogram plate. Pin height 13. Lifter on deck in a moment, 40 years young, Laura Wells, you are the lifter, to be followed by Lynn Peachy, Ben Wilson, Eric Hall, and Ruby. As Corey mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, each lifter is entitled to 3 attempts in the squat, 3 attempts in the bench press, and 3 attempts in the deadlift. In a sanctioned comp, the lifter would be allowed a 4th attempt for a record setting purpose only, that is to set a record or to break a record. Today's event is a novice, unsanctioned event, so there'll be 3 attempts only, unless someone like Henry Day decides, I don't know where Henry's gone, decides otherwise. So, Laura Wells, you are the lifter now. 90 kilograms on the bar, looking for 3 white lights, or 3 white paddles in this case. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, beautiful squat indeed. Magnificent stuff. 1 whites, 2 whites, 3 whites. Beautifully done. 2 lifters at this weight. Bar goes to 105. 25, 10, and 2.5, please, loaders. Thank you very much. 25, 10, 2.5, pin height 14. Lynn Peachy, you are the first lifter at this weight, to be followed by Ben Wilson, wherever Ben is. Thank you, Ben. You are the next lifter. Well, that is after Lynn. Eric Hall, Ruby, Peter, and Robert. So today's event, ladies and gentlemen, is very much like a tryout. Perhaps if you were trying out for an athletics meet or a football team or something similar. Novice events are designed, they are here to, if you like, promote the sport of powerlifting for newcomers or novice lifters. Thank you, Peter. Bar is now loaded. Lifter is Lynn Peachy, 231 pounds on the bar, pin height 14, 33 years young, 84.5 kg at weigh-in. So powerlifting, much like Olympic weightlifting, is conducted in body weight divisions. Oh, beautiful squat. Lovely stuff indeed. White, white, and white. Same weight on the bar, but pin height 19, which means we're going up, please. Pin height 19. Ben Wilson at 34 years of age. You are the lifter. Eric Hall, you'll follow. Ruby, Peter, Robert, Nikita, Miguel, Alexander, Mitch, and I think Ewan. I hope so. Going through at express pace here. Thank you, Peter. Very tall lifter indeed. Pin height 19 must be one of the... it is, in fact, the tallest pin height of the morning in the squat section. Thank you again, Peter. Down we go. Yes, nice squat indeed. Beautiful depth. 1 white, 2 whites, 3 whites. Gotta love white paddles, ladies and gentlemen. Or white lights, if it was a sanctioned event. 110 for Eric Hall. 1 lifter only at this weight. 25... 15 and collar, pin height 17, please. Eric, 26 years young and 72.8 kilos body weight. So we're looking at a weight here around about 40 kilograms above Eric's actual body weight, which we would assume would have been at weigh-in this morning. Could have been yesterday. 24-hour weigh-ins are illegal these days in the sport of powerlifting. They weren't many years ago. Thank you, Peter. 110, 242.5 pounds. Ruby, you'll follow. Peter, Robert, Nikita, Miguel, and Alexander. Once again, folks, each lifter is allowed 3 attempts in the squat. Right, so yes, a little bit fast on the rack signal, unfortunately, there, Eric. Great squat nonetheless, but you returned the bar just a little bit quickly. Got to wait for the rack signal, but great squat. Well done. 115. 25, 15, and 2.5, please. Pin height 12. Ruby, you're the lifter. I don't know where Ruby is. Somewhere. 16 years of age, I believe. Youngest competitor here today. 115 on the bar. 61 kg body weight. Almost double body weight for an opening attempt in the squat. Very, very, very unusual indeed. 115 at 61. Thank you, Peter. Very unusual squat indeed. Almost twice her body weight at 16 years of age. Very impressive lifting indeed. So, well done. I was just going to say, take your time. This is not a sport where speed is of the essence. Take your time, set it up. Yes. Oh, beautiful squat indeed. White, white, red. 2-1 majority. We are in. That's a good squat for your first attempt. Well done indeed. 125, a 25, a 20, and a 2.5, please. Pin height will be 10. Peter O'Loughlin. Thank you, Peter. Well done indeed. Pin height 10 at 82.9 kg bodyweight, just a little away from the 82.5 kilo bodyweight class. Robert, you'll follow. Nikita, Miguel, Alexander, Mitch, and Ewan. And I can't see any more beyond that. Thank you, Peter. Right, well done indeed. Thank you, Peter. At the bar now, 125, pin height 10, 56 years young. Must dip down below the... Oh, yeah, okay. I'll just stop talking. That's fine. Thanks, Peter. Yeah. You can put some weight on the bar now if you want. I mean, it's up to you. 135, 225s, and a 2.5, please. Pin height 14. Thank you very much, loaders. One lifter only at this weight. Robert Wiggins, 34 years young, 91.3 kg body weight. So Robert missed out on the 90 kilogram class by 1.3 kg or 1,300 grams. The powerlifting and also Olympic weightlifting body weight divisions are defined specifically in the rule book. 90, 100, 110, 125, so on and so forth. Thank you again, Peter. No knee wraps, no bar. They're definitely raw lifting. Robert, you are on deck. Nikita, Miguel, Alexander, and Mitch in a moment. So lifter must unrack the bar, take one step backward. Wait for the head referee signal. And rise. And then back into the rack. That should be spot on, I would say. One white. I think another white. Red, sorry, and a red. Reds. You'll need to speak to the referees about that one. 140, two lifters at this weight. Pardon me. 225s, a 5 and a collar. Pin height 16 for Nikita. To be followed by Miguel at pin height 14. So two lifters at 140, but different pin heights. First lifter will be Nikita, second lifter Miguel. Alexander, Mitch, and Ewan thereafter. Is that a cheer squad I hear? Somewhere over the back. Right over the back. We like loud here, by the way. You can go as loud as you like. It doesn't really matter. It's all good. Bar now loaded. Thank you very much. Nikita Simpson, you are on deck. Thank you very much. Once again, lifter must unrack, one step backwards. Big deep breath. Set themselves. Oh, yes, very much like that. Back, one white, three white lights. That's what we like to see, ladies and gentlemen, three white lights. Same weight on the bar, but pin height 14, please. Lifter now, Miguel de Guzman, thank you. Mexican? Filipino. Well done, man. Good to see you. Miguel de Guzman from the Philippines. 32 years young. 79.2 kg body weight. Not far off double body weight. 160 would give you a double body weight squat here. Alexander, you'll follow. Mitch and then Ewan. So bar now loaded. For Miguel. As Corey Miller mentioned before, no requirement for a soft suit or one-piece suit in a novice event, unsanctioned event in the sport of powerlifting. Thank you, Peter. Oh my God, deepest squat in history. Oh my gosh. You see the depth? What the heck? How's his knees even still there? 155, please. Pin height 16. Alexander Pitt, you are the next lifter. One lifter only at this weight. 225s, a 10 and a 2.5, please. You'll be followed by Mitch, Ewan, and... Ewan and Hayden Toy Signs. What a brilliant name, Hayden, wherever you are. Hayden Toy Signs, 27 years young, with an over 500-pound opening squat. Holy smoke. Bar loaded. Thank you very much, Peter. Lifter now on deck. Alexander Pitt. Is that the same cheer squad by any chance? Thank you very much. So Alexander Pitt, squat number 1, pin height 16, 341.7 pounds. Lifter now setting himself. Just on, I think, I would hope, in terms of depth. White, red, and red. Probably just a touch away, I'd say, Alexander. You need to speak to the referees, though, to be honest. 167.5. Lots of fives here. 225s, a 15, a 2.5, and a 1.25. Now, I'll just run through that again. 225s, 15, 2.5, and a 1.25. And a collar. The bar itself, ladies and gentlemen, is 25 kilograms. Each collar is 2.5 kg. Plates are added, therefore, to make up the aggregate. In this case, that is 167.5. Mitch Quinn Conroy, you are the lifter at 34 years young, 89.1 kg body weight, 90 kilogram division. Bar is indeed loaded. Ewan and Hayden, you'll follow on in a moment. Right, just setting himself now. Big deep breath. Oh, beautiful squat again, my gosh. Back into the racks, 3 white paddles straight away. 180, first of, well, just shy of 400 pounds, 397 pounds on the bar, pin height 16, 325s per side, please, loaders. 325 kilogram plates per side. Once again, folks, the bar is 25 kilograms with no collars. Each collar is 2.5. The plates we are utilising here today are what we refer to as calibrated, or I assume they're calibrated. Thank you very much, calibrated plates. So therefore, the weight on the bar now is 180 kilograms at a body weight of 77.1 kg. So, in round figures, 8, 16, 2 times body weight plus a bit of small change. 2 times body weight, twice his own body weight plus about 20 kilos on top. At an age of only 19, Ewan McCann. Again, very impressive stuff. Oh, just broke at the... Oh, great recovery, man. Just breaking at the bottom there. An absolutely whopping jump of 50 kilograms now. 230 kilos. 4 25 kilogram plates per side, please. So 4 per side. Pin height 17. Hayden Toy Signs. I don't know what sort of nationality that might be or background. Is that what that is? Wow. Great name. Hayden Toy Signs, 27 years young, 113.6 kg body weight, pin height 17, 507 pounds on the old scale. Very impressive indeed. Bar now loaded. Hayden, it is all yours. Before we go back to round 2 of the one and only single flight or group of squats, if that makes sense. Biggest weight of the morning thus far. Wait till the deadlifts, which obviously, of course, follows the bench press. So order of lifting is squats first, bench press in the middle. So that, unfortunately, the lever, I think, might be broken there. Just getting himself ready. 507 pounds on the bar. Very, very impressive weight indeed. A little bit unusual in an event of this, I suppose, nature is the best way we could put it. 500-pound squat. So down. Oh, right. After all that, white. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for making that look so difficult, by the way, Hayden. Thank you. Round 2, I believe. Every lifter should have by now submitted a second attempt. 80 kilograms, please. So if we can strip the bar back to nothing for the moment. Yeah, if we can strip it right down. 15 and a 2.5, please. Lifting order, probably, well, I would probably assume unchanged. Lifting order, Lola, to be followed by Del, Simone, Laura, Ben, Lynn, Ruby, and Eric. The opening squat here, round 2 of squats, is Lola Miller Louvel. Louvel, thank you very much. 18 years of age, pin height 14, 65 kilograms on the bar, 60 kilogram body weight. Very impressive. That's your own body weight plus 5. Not sure if it's loaded. Yes, maybe. 15, 2.5 and collar. Thank you, Peter. We are underway now with round 2 of squatting. Only 18 years of age. Second youngest competitor, second oldest competitor, whichever way you want to put it. Down. Beautiful depth. Yes, nice squat indeed. Little bit fast on the rack signal, but great squat nonetheless. 75 kilograms, one lifter only here at this weight. Del Ducamp, a 20 kilogram plate and a 2.5. Again, pin height 11. Simone Treasure, you'll follow on in a moment. Laura Wells, Ben Wilson, and Lynn Peachy. I think you may have missed the rack signal on the first one. Rack? Did you miss the rack signal? I think. Yes, was it? Oh, rack. Thank you, Peter. So, Del Ducamp now apparently missed her opening squat on depth. That is when the side judges are viewing a squat. The crease at the hips right here must be below the top of the knees. I hope that makes sense. So the lifter must dip so the crease at the top of the hips dips below the top of the knees. So we're looking for that right now. Might be there and just only. Thank you, Peter. One red straight away, one red. We're still a little bit away, unfortunately. Just a tiny, weensy bit away. 80 kilograms now, please, for Simone. That is a 25 kilogram plate only. Pin height 13. 2 lifters at pin height 13. Simone and Laura, 2 different weights. Ben, Lynn Peachy, Ruby, Lambert Comic, Eric Hall, Peter O'Loughlin, and Robert Wiggins in a moment. So we've just pretty much begun the second round of squatting, ladies and gentlemen. One further round following this round, the third round of squatting. Thank you, Peter. Here at Lift Culture, Warnborough Sound Avenue in Port Kennedy. I wonder what Port Kennedy means. So Simone, 31 years young, second attempt in the squat now, 80 kilograms on the bar. Nice wide stance, by the way. Thank you, Peter. Down we go. Oh, great squat. Beautiful. Straight down and straight up again. Red, white. No, is that a white? Yeah, 2-1 majority. Well done. Don't know why we got a red there. Looked pretty good from this side anyway. 95 kilograms, please, for Laura Wells. Pin height 13. 25, 5, and 2.5. One lifter, I believe, only at this weight. Laura Wells. Ben Wilson, you are next lifter at 110. Lynn Peachy. Ruby Lambert Comic. Eric Hall, Peter O'Loughlin, Robert Wiggins. Probably not much difference in terms of this round of squats as the previous. Thank you again, Peter. So Laura now on deck. touch over 200 pounds here, 209 pounds on the bar. Wearing the SBD soft suit, squat, bench, deadlift. Great squat, and up we go. Beautiful stuff indeed. White, white, and white. Ben Wilson now, please. One lifter again only at this weight, 110, 242.5 pounds. Pin height 19. Loading chart is a 25 and a 15, please. 25 and 15. Lifters to follow: Ben, Lynn, Ruby, Eric, Peter, Robert, and Nikita. Two lifters at 150. That's Nikita and Miguel. Most lifters now appear to have submitted a third attempt. Thank you again, Peter. Very tall lifter indeed. Pin height 19. In terms of a powerlifting total, each lifter must make at least one successful attempt in the squat, bench, and deadlift in order to consolidate a total. And up he goes. Great squat again. Can't be faulted. One white, two whites, and three whites. 115 now for Lynn Peachy. 25, 15, and 2.5 only, please. So the bar pretty much stays the same in terms of major weights. 25, 15, 2.5, pin height 14. Second round of squats here today at the novice or intermediate event at Lift Culture. So bar now being loaded up, ladies and gentlemen, for Lynn Peachy, 33 years young, 84.5 kg body weight, 115 on the bar, pin height 14. Ruby Lambert Cornick, finally got that part right, will follow Eric Hall, Peter O'Loughlin, and Robert Wiggins in a moment. So again, folks, second round of squatting. Unrack the bar successfully. Big deep breath. Squat signal given. Down. Ooh, might be on in terms of side depth. Red, white. What? 2 to 1 minority of whites. Only a depth issue, I would suspect. That's how it looked from my perspective. You'd need to check with the judges. Would only have been a couple of centimetres. 120 now. One lifter only at this weight. 264.6, 265 pounds, a 25 and a 20, please. Ruby Lambert Cornick, wherever you are, Ruby. I mispronounced that earlier, but we've now fixed that. 16 years of age, unbelievable, 61 kg body weight. This is now so close to being a double body weight squat, that far away. Thank you again, Peter. 25, 20 and collar. Second squat now for Ruby. To be followed by Eric, Peter, Robert, and Nikita. Nicely unracked. Very, very strong indeed. Great squat. And up. Yes. Red, white. Got him, 2 to 1 majority. Double body weight squat, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very close to. Well done. 125, please. One lifter only at this particular weight. 25, 20, and 2.5. Eric Hall at 26 years of age. You are the lifter. Peter O'Loughlin, Robert Wiggins, and Nikita Simpson in a moment. Yes, 25, 20, and a 2.5. Bar is now loaded. Unracking the bar. Yes, nice squat. Oh, sitting back nicely on his heels and back into the rack. Red, red, and white. Knees. Something about knees. Please, knees. 132.5. Can we just add a 1.25 but take the blue one off? Sorry, I'm confusing everyone. 225s and a 1.25. Apologies. Confused everyone there. So 225s, a 1.25 and a collar. This one is for Peter O'Loughlin, Robert Wiggins, Nikita Simpson, Miguel D. Philippines, Alexander Pitt, and Mitch Quinn Conroy. $132.5, pin height 10. Peter, thank you very much. 56 years young, 82.9 kg body weight. Peter's opening lift, very impressive. We're looking forward to the same thing here now on his second attempt. And back up. One, yeah, in, one, two. Straight away, 3 white paddles. 135, pin height 14, 225s and a 2.5. So that little baby thing off, donut, and a 2.5 on. Thank you, spotters. And loaders. One lifter again, only at this weight, Robert Wiggins, 91.3 kg body weight. About 1.5 times body weight here. Nikita and Miguel at 150 in a moment. So lifter now under the bar. Rack height a bit low there, I would have thought. Big deep breath. Must dip below parallel. Nicely done indeed, and on his way up. Nice squat. Straight away, even before he racked it, 3 white lights. 2 lifters now at 150. 225s, a 10 and a collar. First lifter at this particular weight, Nikita Simpson. Second lifter, Miguel de Guzman. $225s, 10 and collar. First lifter Nikita, second lifter Miguel. 2 different ages, but almost the same body weight. Nikita, as with most of the others, successful on their opening attempt. Very important to get a strong second attempt in, which is going to be something like this. It's pretty much like that. White, white. 3 white lights. Can't do any better than that. Well done. Same weight on the bar, but pin height 14. Bar stays the same. Pin height 14, please. Lifter now, Miguel de Guzman. 32 years young. Alexander, you'll follow in a moment with 155. Lyanne, if you can scroll up for me now, please. 155. Followed by a 180, a 190, and a 240. 240? Impressive indeed. Bar now loaded. Thank you very much, Miguel. Miguel. Samuel Murphy, official photographer for today. Oh! No way known that depth. Oh. Just got him there on the right hand side. Well done. Your depth is a bit shallow, I would have thought, Miguel. Just saying, that's all. Okay, thank you. 155. Apparently a miss on this weight earlier on for Alexander. Two 25s, a 10 and a 2.5. So we just add a 2.5 there. Lifter is Alexander Pitt, 36 years young. Mitch Quinn Conroy, you'll follow. Ewan McCann. And finally, Hayden Toy Signs. Must be the best name here today, honestly. Toy Signs. I think only a fraction away on depth on the first, if I recall correctly. Just need a fraction more, once again, to use the same word in the same sentence in terms of depth. A little more in depth. I think we're there. We'll just see what the judges say. Red, white, red. Oh, ouch again. Oh, that hurts. 180, 397 pounds. 325s per side. And a collar, of course. Pin height 17. One lifter only at this weight. Mitch Quinn Conroy, Ewan McCann, and finally Hayden Toy Signs. Pin height, I'm sorry. Pin height is 17. That's one more than 16, by the way. Pin height 17. Well, just in case. One below 18 as well, by the way. So pin height 17 on the combo lift thing. I think it's called a combo lift. So lifter now, Mitch, Ewan and Hayden in that particular order before we begin. Round 3 of the deep knee bend or back squat section. If you read the books from the 1940s or 1950s, it's a deep knee bend. Great squat indeed, and coming up, lovely stuff. White, white, and white. We love to see white. 190, one lifter only at this weight. 325s, a 5 and a collar. Hayden, you'll follow with a 240. Very impressive. And thereafter, it'll be round 3 of squats. In a powerlifting event, ladies and gentlemen, the squat makes up about 37% of a lifter's total. So between the squat and deadlift, they should make up approximately, give or take a percentage either way, 75%. Bar loaded for Ewan McCann. I hope I pronounced that correct. Ewan McCann, yes. To be followed by Hayden Toy Signs. So, in a powerlifting event, the squat and deadlift are paramount. A big squat, a big deadlift in terms of, as we mentioned before, consolidating a big total. Bench press adds about 25%. A bit like a triathlon, really. Thank you, Peter. Down. Ooh, I think it might be a fraction. Great squat, but I'm not sure if this, I was going to say that was always going to be difficult. Sorry, man, that was just probably a couple of inches away from depth. Let's give him a big round of applause anyway, folks. Not easy to put that much weight on your back and try and get depth. Final lift of the morning, round 2, that is, 240 kilograms. 4 25s and a 5. So 4 25 kilogram plates per side and a 5 kilogram plate. So the total there is 240 kgs, 529 pounds. Again, folks, the biggest weight of the morning thus far. And the bar is loaded. Thank you, Peter. And thank you, Hayden. Lola, you're the next lifter in a moment. Round 3, wherever Lola is, somewhere over the back there, I think. So Hayden, Mr. Toy, you are on deck. Apparently from New Zealand somewhere, according to Henry Day. 500 and, well, nearly 530 pounds. Biggest weight of the morning, unracked. Must take a deep breath and set themselves, each lifter. Down. Great squat and up. Easy peasy, my gosh. Red, red, and red. Probably a touch away from depth, again, according to, well, our perspective here. But nonetheless, a great squat. Well done. Round 3. Final round of squatting here today at the novice or intermediate event at Lift Culture. Culture of lifting. Waiting for the scoreboard to update. Thank you very much. Lola Miller Louvel, 65 kilograms, pin height 14, a 15 and a 2.5, please. Lifters to follow: Del Ducamp, Simone Treasure, Laura Wells, Lynn Peachy, Ben Wilson, Ruby Lambert Cornick, Eric Hall, Robert Wiggins, and Peter O'Loughlin in that particular order. Yes, please. 15, 2.5, and collar. Thank you, Lotus. You'll have your work cut out for you in the deadlift, I can suggest. Very difficult part of the day indeed. Thank you again, Peter. Final squat of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Third round of squats for Lola Miller Louvel, 18 years young, 57.4 kg body weight, 65 kilograms on the bar. Just a little away on her second. I'm sure we'll get it on a third. Got him on depth and up. Still going. Got him. Beautiful squat. White. White. Well, we got 2 whites anyway. Thank you very much. Well done indeed, Lola. You missed it on a second, but you got it on a third. That's all that matters. 75 kg, a 20 and a 2.5, please. Pin height 11 for Del Ducamp, Simone Treasure, Laura Wells, Lynn Peachy, and Ben Wilson in that particular order. Third and final attempt now for Dell. Pin height 11. Need to sink that squat. Got to get it down. Got to get that squat down. Come on. Big squat here. Take your time, Dell. We need to see 3 white paddles on this squat. 3 white paddles on this squat. Do not let your concentration waver. We must get a squat in. Deep breath. Set. Thank you, Peter. Might be there, but just, let's have a look. Red, white, no. $85 kilograms, please. Simone Treasure. Pin height 13, a 25, a 2.5, please. Lifters to follow: Laura Wells, Lynn Peachy, Ben Wilson, Ruby Lambert, Cornick, and Eric Hall. Reminder, please, lifters who have finished their squats, can you please start warming up for the bench press section? So those lifters who have either finished their squats or are about to finish their squats, please note there'll be a small intermission. We need to have you warming up for the bench press section, which will follow directly on from the squats. Squat, bench press, and deadlift. Thank you again, Peter. Simone Treasure, 187.4 pounds now on the bar. Third and final squat, 10th of April 2022. Lift Culture here in Port Kennedy. Must make this squat for a personal best. We would suspect most lifters will go for a personal best on their third and final. Big deep breath. Down and nice steps and on the way up. Well, it's a yes from us. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. 97.5. A 25. A 5. A 2.5. And a 1.25. I say again. A 25. A 5. A 2.5. And a 1.25. We love using the numeral 5 in the sport of powerlifting. Laura Wells, at 40 years young, you are the lifter on deck, 78 kg body weight. Lynn, Ben and Ruby, you'll follow on in a moment. One step backwards to clear the racks or the rack uprights. Thank you, Peter. Down. Beautiful depth. Nice squat indeed. White, white and white. 120 now, 265 pounds. Lynn Peachy. A 25, a 20 and a collar, please. Lifters to follow: Lynn, Ben, Ruby, Eric, Robert and Peter. Thereafter, Alexander, Nikita, Miguel and Mitch, and probably Mr. Toy Toy if you're still here, I think. I don't know where he's gone, but anyway. Thank you again, Peter. Bar now loaded. Final lift of the day for Lynn Peachy. Squat number 3, 120 kilos, 265 pounds. 120 on the bar. Bench press has been submitted, I think. Oh, yes. Oh. Came forward slightly. One white, two. Yes, got it. 2-1 majority of, well, white lights, that is. Same weight on the bar, please, for Ruby, Eric, and thereafter we jump a little bit for Robert Wiggins to 137.5. Bar stays the same. Pin height 19, please, for Ben Wilson. Yeah, tall man. Pin height 12 in a moment for Ruby. And then Eric will be pin height 17. 25, 20, and 2.5. 276 pounds on the old imperial scale. When powerlifting began in 1972 in the United States of America, the imperial scale, the standard weights of measurement scale, SAE, would have been used. These days we use the metricated scale of weights and measures. So third and final attempt now for Ben. Thank you, Peter, again. Yes, great depth on the way up. Great squat. White, white, and white. Same weight on the bar. Pin height 12. Bar stays the same, but drop the pin height piece. Pin height 12. Ruby Lambert Cornick, 16 years of age, 61 kg body weight. This is over double her body weight. This is extremely unusual in an event of this nature. I was going to say junior, but teenage lifter. Thank you very much again, Peter. Pin height 12, 125, 2 prior successful attempts, 16 years of age. Oh, there we go. Very, very impressive stuff indeed. For anyone to put at least twice their body weight on their back and to then beat the force of gravity is extremely impressive indeed. Nice squat. Might be, it's got a little bit away. So why was that? Little bit away from required depth on the side. Does that matter? Let's give her a huge round of applause anyway. Twice her own body weight. And then some. Same weight on the bar, please. Pin height 17. 125 on the bar. Eric Hall, 26 years young. Robert Wiggins, Peter O'Loughlin, Alexander Pitt, Nikita Simpson, and Miguel de Guzman, you are to follow. Once again, from Corey Miller, those lifters who have finished their squats, please consider warming up for the bench press ASAP. Bar loaded. Thank you again, Peter. Thank you. Oh, ouch again. 125. Need to get this squat in. We've had 2 misses at this. So we need to get the squat in. Yes! Got him! Yeah, that'll be it. One right, two. I got the squat finally. Woo! 137.5. 225s, a 2.5 and a collar. One lifter only at this weight. Pin height 17. Lifter is Robert Wiggins. Peter, you'll follow Alexander, Nikita and Miguel thereafter. Squat number 3. In a moment's time, we'll be kicking off the bench press section. We don't have a lifting order yet for the bench press, but we'll get there in a moment's time. 225s, 2.5, 1.25. Thank you, gentlemen. Bar now loaded. Lifter on deck, Robert Wiggins. 303 pounds on the old scale. 34 years young, 91.3 kg body weight. Looking for good depth from the side perspective, side judges. Oh, easy done. Gosh. Beautiful stuff. Straight away, 3 white paddles. One lifter now at 140. 225s and a 5, please. Peter O'Loughlin, you'll be the lifter, 56 years young, pin height 10 as we mentioned. Best lift so far, 132.5. Alexander Pitt in a moment. Nikita Simpson, Miguel de Guzman and Mitch Quinn Conroy. Probably about a half dozen lifts to go before the end of the squat session. Thank you again, Peter. May or may not be a personal best. Anyone know? Nobody knows. Perhaps. Might be. Personal best ever now, apparently, for Peter. Squat number 3, 140 on the bar, pin height 9. So, deep breath. Nice. Oh, yes, straight out of the bottom. Red, white, white. Got him. 2-1 majority. Got it. 155, one lifter only at this weight, pin height 16. 225s, a 10 and a 2.5. Two 25s, 10, 2.5, and collar, obviously. Collar weighs 2.5. Weight on the bar there for 155, 36 years young. Has missed it on his first and second. We need to see a successful attempt on a third. Alexander, just come on, man. Get it going, come on. Need to see 3 white paddles, come on. Must see 3 white paddles in order to continue on here today at the Novice event at Lift Culture. Let's get behind him, folks. We need to see 3 white paddles on this one. Come on, Alexander, down. Get it up, man, get it up. Rack, yep. Ooh, ouch, again. Wow. Two lifters at 160, please. 225s, a 15 and a collar. Nikita Simpson, 24 years young. Miguel de Guzman at 32 years young. Pin height 16, please. 225s, a 15 and a collar. Third and final attempt. Bar is now loaded. Nikita will be followed by Miguel, Mitch, Ewan, and Hayden. Third and final attempt here today at lift culture. Got him on the way. Oh. Bar stays the same, please, but pin height 14. Pin height 14, bar stays the same. 225s, a 15 and a collar. Miguel de Guzman, you are the lifter. Mitch, Ewan, and finally Hayden. So once again, folks, the lifters should have or should be warming up for the bench press section, the upper body strength set, if you like. Miguel, this is your third and final squat in this particular event. Setting it up now. Thank you, Peter. Oh, yes, look at that depth. Unbelievable. Oh, gosh. Wow. Must be the deepest squat in West Australia currently. Honestly, great squat indeed. 185, 325s, and a 2.5, please. Pin height will be 17. 3 lifters remain, ladies and gentlemen, in the squat section before we move to the bench press. Mitch, Ewan, and Hayden, toy signs. Thank you. 185 on the bar now. Bar is loaded. Pin height 17. Mitch Quinn Conroy, 89.1 kg body weight. Ewan, Hayden, and that will be the squat section finished for this morning. If it is still morning, I think it's morning, yeah, 11 a.m. Yep. Thank you again, Peter. Yes, and up. Keep going. Great squat indeed. White, and white. Right on the, I suppose, the upper limit of his abilities there. Well done indeed, sir. 190, one lifter only at this weight. 325s, a 5 and a collar, please. 325s, a 5 and a collar. Pin height 16. Ewan McCann, 19 years of age, 77.1 kg body weight. Missed it on a second, this particular weight. Fingers crossed, or in fact, very optimistically, should make it on a third. Hayden, toy signs. You are the third, the last lifter for the third attempt. Final lift of the morning. Bar now loaded. So, Ewan, you are on deck when you're ready. Don't know if there's a Ewan still here. Is Ewan okay? He's okay. Is he all right? No worries. So getting wrapped up now. No time clock today, not a sanctioned event. 2:40 in a moment's time for Hayden toy signs. And then it'll be the beginning or the commencement of the bench press section. Squat 3, rack height 16, 419 pounds on the bar. bit high on the rack height, I would have suggested, but it is a third and final attempt. Thank you, Peter. Down. Oh, no, that's not going to... Yeah. No. Yeah. Unfortunately, he broke at the bottom. Wasn't able to make it. Good try, though. Let's give him a huge round of applause anyway. Final lift of the morning, ladies and gentlemen, in the squat section. 240 kg. Pin height 17. 425s, a 5 and a collar. Lifter Hayden Toy Signs. 27 years young, 113.6 kg body weight. A little bit over double body weight here. Ooh, pin height 17. Final squat of the morning. As we mentioned, no fourth attempts today. No records can be set or broken. Only third attempts. Thank you, Peter. Final squat. Thank you, Hayden. Getting himself ready here. Again, biggest weight of the day thus far. Generally, we see the biggest weights completed during the deadlift section, the best part of the day, which follows the bench press. Deadlift will be in about probably 50 minutes time, I'd suggest. So biggest weight of the day again, folks. Sorry to be so repetitive. 530 pounds on the bar for Hayden. As we mentioned, a little bit unusual in an event of this nature. A 500-odd pound squat. Set himself. Yes, he sat into it. Oh, great spotting. Well done. Thank you very much, spotters. Back into the rack. Great try indeed. How about a huge round of applause for all the lifters in the squat section? First of all, ladies and gentlemen, there'll be a very short break, I believe, before we commence the bench press, which will be in probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'm not sure, but shouldn't be too long. If you need to grab something to eat or to grab a drink, now's the time to do it. We will be back to you very shortly. Thank you. an assistant, coach, colleague, relative, or training partner lift it out. It must pause on the chest. Pause on the chest. Press up, and it must be pressed back to arm's length. Just like that, I would suspect. One might three. There we go. That's our first successful bench of the morning. Lifting order. 45 5, pin height 9, 25-20 and collar, please. Ewan McCann, you are Victor at 19 years of age. Miguel de Guzman, Mitch, Quinn, Conroy, Holt, Williams, and Mr. Toy Toy thereafter. These are all personal bests, to the best of my understanding. For Peter O'Loughlin. Right, big deep breath. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, straight back into the rack. No rack signal. Great bench press nonetheless. A 107.5, 25, 15 and 1.25. Pin height 9, in fact both, four attempts at pin height 9. 107.5, pin height 9, 25, 15 and 1.25. $25, 15, 1.25. We're all happy. No, hang on, just a sec. 2.5 off, 1.25 on. Thank you, Peter. Third and final bench press, Ben Wilson. Pin height 9, 237 pounds. Probably a personal best. Personal best, we think. Thank you. Personal best now for Ben. You and your follow, Miguel, Robert, Mitch, and Hayden. Down to the chest. Still going, still going. Yes! I think we got that one. One rare. Oh. Not sure what happened there in terms of bum off the bench. Now, we did mention earlier that the lifter's posterior or bum must stay on the bench. Very close indeed. 115, again, one lifter only at this weight. A 25, a 20 and a collar. Pin height 9. Ewan McCann, you are the lifter. To be followed by Miguel, Robert, Mitch and Hayden. Thank you, Peter. Final call, therefore, for all lifters who have completed the bench press section. to be warming up for the deadlift, please. Bar must pause on the chest. Yes, maybe. No, unfortunately, going back down. Thank you, Ewan. One lifter at 130, 225s, and a 2.5. Way to collar. Miguel de Guzman, you are the lifter. To be followed by Robert Wiggins, Mitch, Quinn Conroy, Hayden, Toy Signs. Then probably only a brief respite from lifting whilst we clear the platform. The deadlift section is thank you, Peter. Simply to lift a dead weight from the ground upwards. We shall touch on that in a moment's time following the conclusion of the bench press section. Down. Yeah. Oh, yes. Great bench. I thought it was going to stall, but it went through. 3 whites. Great bench indeed. 132.5. Can we just leave the 2.5 on and add a 1.25, please? Robert Wiggins, you are the lifter. To be followed by Mitch, Quinn Conroy, Hayden, and then, as we mentioned, a break, a very brief break, and thereafter straight to the deadlift section. Final event of the day, the fastest moving part of the day. Almost like a sprint to the finish, actually. As we mentioned, deadlift is simply lifting a dead weight from the floor to lockout, standing upright with the bar. That's all that's required. Any technicalities we'll touch on and further explain as the afternoon, I think it's the afternoon. Yes, afternoon progresses. Big deep breath. Yes, we're still going. No, we're not still going, unfortunately. Thank you, spotters, again. Right on the edge of their abilities. 137.5. 225s, a 5 and a 1.25. Pin height 9 and same pin height for Hayden in a moment. Second last bench press of today's event. Novice or intermediate powerlifting event here today at Lift Culture. Mitch Quinn Conroy, lifted up by Brian Cook. Thank you, Brian. Yes, keep going. Yes, keep going. Oh no, just back down, very close. 2.5 too heavy. Final bench press. I was hoping to see a 400-pound bench. We weren't far off. 397 pounds, please. 325s, a 2.5 and a collar. The final bench press of the afternoon. Final bench press of the day. Before we, as we mentioned before, move into a very brief break while we clear the platform and head into the deadlift section. Just shy of 400 pounds. Hayden Toy Signs, 27 years of age, and a little bit away from 114 kg body weight. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. No more bench presses after this particular lift. Thank you, Corey. Biggest bench press of the day. Must pause. Must keep moving. Come on, keep going, Hayden. Keep going. No, it's stalled out again. A brief break, ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to. 10 minutes. Thank you, Corey. 10 minutes for us to just get ourselves sorted out. Corey utilised the word housekeeping.
but it is certainly not over until the deadlift hits the floor. So if I can get all athletes to complete their warm-ups, spotters, loaders, referees in position, we will get ready to commence.
All right, folks, so as Corey mentioned, it is the final leg of the triathlon, if that makes sense, the deadlift section of the day. The athlete is required to do nothing more than simply pick up the weight. That's all it comes down to. We shall go into some more technicalities as the afternoon progresses, which, of course, obviously is our job to explain to the audience how this works. The lifting order in the deadlift is Lola, Ruby, Del, Simone, Laura and Lynn. The first weight on the bar is 90 kilograms. Again, a little bit away from 200 pounds. A 25, a 5, a 2.5. The first lifter this afternoon is Lola Miller Louvel, 18 years of age, 90 kilograms on the bar. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give her a huge round of applause. This is the final section of today's event. 90 kg on the bar. Lifters to follow: Ruby, Del, Simone and Laura. So double overhand grip to start with. No, it's all right, keep going. Don't concentrate on what I'm saying. Okay, all right. That's right. That's all good. I just said she was doing double overhand grip. That's okay. Okay. 95 kilograms, please. So it's 5 kilos more. $25, 10 and collar.
Just to clarify for the audience on that one, because there was a slight mishap and miscommunication, she will get to reattempt that one, but it will happen at the end of the fight. So she technically wasn't allowed to complete it because of the bar coming up and then returning back to the floor, but albeit the confusion and the fact that it's a novice comp, we want to see these guys do really well, so she will get another crack.
$95 kilograms, a 25, a 10 and a collar. Again, folks, the bar weighs 20 kilograms. A red plate is 25 kg, a green is 10. Lifter now, Ruby, 16 years of age, 61 kg body weight, 95 on the bar, to be followed by Del, Simone, Laura and Lynn. So this is wide stance, not conventional deadlifting, which is allowable in the sport of powerlifting. Two different styles, more on that as we progress. That's our first deadlift of the afternoon with 3 white paddles. 105, a 25 and a 15, please. Best bench press of 52.5 kilos, 58.5 kg body weight, Del Ducamp. You are the lifter, to be followed by Simone Treasure, Laura Wells, Lynn Peachy, Peter O'Loughlin and Eric Hall, in that particular order. Del, you are on deck. Once again, a best bench of 52.5 at a body weight of 58.5. 105, first of the triple figure deadlifts. This also is wide stance, or sometimes known as sumo deadlifting, where the hands are on the inside of the thighs, standing upright and back down to planet Earth. 1 white, 2 whites and 3 whites. 2 lifters now at 125. 2 25s and a collar, please. Deadlift number 1 for Simone, to be followed by Laura. Same weight on the bar for each of these two ladies. Lynn, Peter, Eric, Nikita and Ben thereafter. So there are two different styles that are utilised in the sport of powerlifting, the deadlift. Conventional deadlifting is with the arms on the outside of the legs. Sumo deadlifting is on the inside of the legs. I hope that makes sense. Both are allowable and legal in the sport of powerlifting. Simone Treasure, you are the lifter, to be followed by Laura Wells. Picking up and standing upright with the lockout. Easy done and 3 whites. Should see white lights all the way through here. Same weight on the bar now for Laura, please. So the bar stays the same. Thank you, Antonio. Lynn, Peter, Eric and Nikita in a moment. And standing upright. There it is, folks. Just standing upright with the deadlift. 135. Can we just simply add a 5 kilogram plate per side? Thank you, gentlemen. Weight on the bar now becomes 135 for Lynn Peachy. Peter O'Loughlin, Eric Hall, Nikita Simpson, Ben Wilson and Alexander Pitt in that particular order. Once again, it is 3 attempts only all the way through. Lifter must pick up the weight and stand upright with the bar and plates attached. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. 3 white paddles. Same weight on the bar now, please, for Peter O'Loughlin. Well done, Pete. Thank you for lifting today. Eric, you're next. Nikita, Ben and Alexander. Heading towards probably a 500-pound opener in the deadlift, I think, looking at the scoreboard. So underhand, overhand grip. Easy done. Well, speaking of easy, the easiest and most natural lift of the 3. Eric Hall, hoping if we can, yes, good lift, yep. If we can, yeah, thank you. 2 25s and a 15 for Eric Hall, 26 years young. Nikita, Ben, Alexander, Miguel, Mitch and Robert in that particular order. Thank you, Antonio. Watch your head, by the way. Bar is indeed loaded. Lifter now, Mr. Eric Hall. 72.8 kg body weight, 155 in the bar. Thank you, sir. And that will be 3 white lights. 2 lifters at 160. 2 25s, a 15 and a 2.5 only, please. First lifter is Nikita Simpson. Second lifter is Ben Wilson. Thereafter, Alexander, Miguel, Mitch, Robert and Ewan. So this again is conventional deadlifting style. Arms on the outside of the thighs. Locked out perfectly. Back down to planet Earth. White, white and white. Same weight on the bar, please. Ben Wilson, you are the lifter. Best bench press of 90, a subtotal. A subtotal is the addition of the lifter's best squat and best bench. A lifter must make a subtotal in order to progress to the deadlift section. So Ben Wilson, double overhand grip again. Back to planet Earth, or in this case, lift culture. 3 white paddles. Alexander Pitt, 180. 2 lifters at 180. 3 25s, a 2.5 and a collar, please. Thank you, loaders. An absolutely horrendous job it is loading the bar during the deadlift section. Each of these lifters will need probably hospital treatment for the next week. 325s, a 2.5 and a collar. 2 lifters, Alexander and Miguel. Thereafter, it's Mitch, Robert, Ewan and Hayden. Thank you again, Mr. Bossman. Bar is now loaded. Great socks, by the way. We must certainly give you a round of applause for those. Right. Sumo or... should go, I'd say, should be a 3 white straight away. Yep. Same weight on the bar, please. 397 pounds. Miguel de Guzman. So this would be 8, 6, about 2.2 times body weight, 2.3. Thank you, Miguel. 3 whites. Might see a triple body weight deadlift. 207.5. 325s, a 15 and a 1.25, please. So the little baby black one there. $15, please, and a 1.25. Thank you, loaders. Weight on the bar now, 457.5 pounds. Mitch Quinn Conroy, you are the lifter. First of the over 200 kilo deadlifts, pounds. Good one. Robert, Ewan and Hayden in a moment. Mitch Quinn Conroy, to be followed by Robert, Ewan and Hayden. Must lift the bar and stand. Oh, so difficult. Oh, ouch on the ground. 1 red, 2 reds, and 3 reds. Now, why was that? The lifter is supposed to control the bar back to planet Earth. That was probably a little bit loud, uncontrolled. Let's give him a huge round of applause anyway. Nothing wrong with the deadlift. 210, 325s, a 15 and a 2.5, please, for Robert Wiggins. 15 and 2.5. 210 kilos on the bar. To be followed by Ewan, Hayden, and thereafter round 2 begins. Oh yes, I see. So lifters usually employ an underhand or mixed grip. In this case here, lifting upright, standing upwards and back down. There we go. That was 1 red. All right, thank you. That's okay. Good lift. 2-1 majority of whites. 220 now, please. Just shy of 500 pound here, 485. Ewan McCann, 19 years of age, 77.1 kg body weight. This is very close to a triple body weight opening deadlift. We say again, 77.1 kg body weight, 220 on the bar. So a triple body weight deadlift at this level, again, a little unusual. Well, who knows? We may see a 4 times body weight deadlift. Could do. Bar loaded. Thank you very much, Zoe. So Ewan now, 220. Conventional deadlifting style. Long socks are employed. Reason being sometimes the bar removes skin and whatnot off the shins. Great deadlift. Okay, back down it goes. And 3 white paddles. Biggest opening attempt of the day, 250. That is in the deadlift. 4 25s, a 10 and a 2.5, please. Mr. Toy Toy, wherever you are, somewhere around here, over the back, thank you. You are the highest opening deadlift of the day with a 400 kilo subtotal. So a successful lift here will give him 650 in the total. Nice round figure. 400 kg is 881.2 pounds. Final deadlift, round 1 at the Mortal Kombat event here today at Lift Culture. And the highest opening lift of the day for Hayden Toy Toy Signs. Before we go back to, I suppose, Lola. I think Lola is, thank you. Lola should be the first lifter in the second round of deadlifts. We can see the flex in the bar, ladies and gentlemen, due to the weight. There we go. 1 white, 2 whites, 3 whites. I think it's Lola. Okay, 90, yep. Okay. All right. So, as mentioned by Corey Miller, Lola is repeating her opening attempt. That will be at 90 kilograms, I believe. 25, 5, and 2.5. So here's Lola again, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, standing upright in a moment. Still going. Yes. 3 white paddles. So we'll move to the second attempts of deadlifts now. So we're moving the bar now to 95 for Lola's second attempt. Going back to 95 there so we can see here. It's showing 102. It's showing 102. We need 90. No, it's not Ruby. Lola follows herself. We need a 25 and a 10 only, please, because Lola follows herself due to an issue a bit earlier on. That's okay, just take your time, there's no rush. 25, 10 and collar. So Lola now in the second round follows herself. This is a bit unusual, it doesn't normally happen in a powerlifting event. But we need a 25 and a 10, which therefore begins round 2 of deadlifts. Okay, that's right, when you're ready. So, the reason for that is because a lifter follows themselves. It's very similar if there's a record attempt. The lifter has a break of 2, maybe 3 minutes. So, 4 in fact, thank you. So a lifter where a lifter follows themselves, it is a break of 4 minutes. We're just going to break. That is there for probably another couple of minutes, I guess, for Lola to come back to the platform. She'll be followed by Ruby, Del, Laura, Simone, Lynn, and Peter in that particular order. She can follow. If she wants to go, she can go. All right, okay. Lifting order. May 22nd. So for those of you who are lifting or perhaps intending on lifting, thank you very much, Shauna. The next sanctioned event is May the 22nd of this year. So once again, we see Lola on deck. No. Oh, are you hurt? Not hurt? Hope you're not hurt. Okay. 102.5, please. That was Ruby. Yes, here we go. Ruby Lambert Cornick, 25, 10, 2.5 and 1.25. Ruby, you are the lifter. Del, Laura, Simone, Lynn and Peter in that particular order. So moving forward thereafter. After Peter, it is Eric, Nikita, Ben and Miguel. So again, folks, 16 years of age, 102.5 kg. I'll move to one side. Thank you, Samuel. Subtotal of 180. So we're up to about... nice lifting indeed. Back down. White, white and white. 107.5. If we can chuck a fifth, take off the 10, chuck a 15 and a 1.25 on, please. 25, 15 and 1.25. Laura, you'll be the lifter following Del. Del, you are on deck in a moment. Simone, Lynn, Peter, Eric and Nikita in that particular order. Wrong one. 15 and 1.25. So Del utilising again the sumo wider stance of deadlifting. Must stand upright and lock it out. Done and dusted. There we go. 1, 2, 3 white paddles. One lifter now at 135. 2 25s and a 5, please. Simone, you'll follow Laura. Lynn, you'll follow Simone. Peter, you'll follow Lynn. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Hopefully. So, lifting chart, 2 25s, a 5 and a collar. Thank you very much. Do you want to, we can swap. Do you want to swap? You sure? Okay. 2 25s, 5 and collar. Once again, folks, the bare bar is 20 kilograms. Weights are added to make up the aggregate. So again, nice deadlift, ladies and gentlemen. Should be 3 white paddles. Straight away it is. Can we add simply a 1.25? Nothing else needs to change. 1.25, which will bring us to a grand total of 303 pounds, 137.5 kilos. Lifters following Simone, Lynn, Peter, Eric and Nikita. So again, folks, the lifters are required to wear long socks due to the fact sometimes the bar rubs on their shins. Nice lift indeed. I think 3 whites by the look of it. Oh, a red. Is that oh, so 2 reds? I don't know. I'm just trying to check. So red, red and white. All right. Okay. 145 2 25s, a 10 and a collar. 2 lifters at this weight. Lynn, you are first, and Peter, you are second. Thereafter, it's Eric at 165, Nikita at 170. Very impressive indeed. Personal best? Roundabout? Okay, all right. Ben thereafter at 180, and then we go 400 pounds and above. Right, must lift the bar or break ground like this and stand upright. Beautifully done. There we go. Very natural, easy movement, that one. I think it was a white. 3 whites. Same weight on the bar now for Peter. The bar stays the same, 2 25s and a 10. Right, must stand upright. Nicely done again. Thank you, Peter. 3 whites. All right, a little bit north now, 165, 2 25s, a 20 and a collar, please, loaders. Eric Hall, you are the lifter, 165, 364 pounds. Nikita Simpson, you'll follow. Ben Wilson, Miguel, Alexander, Robert and Mitch. 73 kg body weight. This is a double body weight deadlift. So again, we speak about, you know, this and that and the other, etc. Blah, blah, power to body weight ratio. Double and triple body weight lifts are very unusual. 4 times body weight is so unusual we've barely ever seen it. Oh, God, easy peasy. Nikita 170, 2 25s, 20 and 2.5. 2.5. Something around about a personal best. Definitely a personal best. Is there a Nikita cheerleading squad somewhere out the back? I thought there might have been. Funny you should say that, by the way. So a personal best lift now for Nikita Simpson. Best bench press of 72.5, subtotal of 222.5, 170 on the bar. We always love a personal best. It's just like a record to us, and it's on the way up now. Sorry, say again. 180, 397 pounds, 3 25s and a 2.5, please. Ben Wilson, you are the lifter. To be followed by Miguel, Alexander, Robert, Mitch and Ewan. Finally, Hayden, Toy Signs. Looks as though we'll see a 600-pound deadlift. Hoping Mr. Hayden heard me say that. Hoping. Thank you, Shauna. Lifter now, Mr. Ben Wilson. Not sure what Ben's best lift is. Round about this, 180s, round about the 400, round about. Not sure. Okay. Right. This could or maybe a personal best ever. We're not sure at the moment. It is double overhand grip and all the way up. Very easily done. Oh, just got the rack signal and only just. Very close. Well done indeed. A 185. Just add, oh sorry, if we remove the 2.5 and add a 5, please. So 2.5 off and 5 on. 185, Miguel de Guzman. 80 kilograms or close to 80 kilograms body weight. Again, around about 2.2, perhaps 2.3 times body weight in the deadlift. Thank you, Miss Jenkins. Alexander, you'll follow. Robert, Mitch, Ewan, and Hayden. Lifting. Nice lift. 1 white, 2 whites, 3 whites. Alexander Pitnot, 190, sorry, 325s, a 5 and a 2.5. So if we can just simply add a 2.5 there. Robert, you'll follow, Mitch, Ewan, Hayden, and then back to, I think, Lola. If Lola's going again, I think. Looks like she is, yep. Thank you. So third round of deadlifts in a moment. So again, folks, it's non-conventional or wide stance deadlifting for Alexander. Must lift it all the way to the top. Looks pretty good. We'd say 3 whites. Got him. $212.5. Unusual figure that. 212.5. 325s. A 15. A 2.5. And a 1.25. Lots and lots of speech there. 15, 2.5 and 1.25 for Robert Wiggins. 2.5 kilos more than his opening deadlift of 210. Very minute increase indeed. Mitch will follow on in a moment. Ewan and Hayden. So 2.5 kg more than his opener for Mr. Robert Wiggins. Must stand upright with it now. Beautiful deadlift. Thank you, sir. That'll be 3 white paddles. 225, 4 25 kilogram plates per side, please, loaders. This is 496 pounds. What does that mean? It means the next deadlift will be 500 pounds or more. Next deadlift is 507 pounds following this lift. Mitch, Ewan and Hayden in that order, then back to Lola. Somewhere around his best, do you think, Brian? Roundabout. Thank you. Personal best lift here now for Mitch Quinn Conroy, 34 years young, just shy of 90 kilograms body weight. Standing up. Oh, very easy indeed. Back down, 3 white lights. 230, 507 pounds. Can we just simply add a 2.5? Nothing more than that. Adding a 2.5. Yep. Yep. $230 on the bar to be followed by Hayden Toy Signs in a moment with 270 in a moment. Then it'll be Lola, third round of deadlifting. Indeed it is. Mr. Ewan McCann, 78 kg. It's nearly triple body. In fact, it's pretty close to triple body weight here. 77.1 kg body weight, 230 on the bar. Upper end of the scale of intermediate powerlifting competition. No. Four 25s, a 20, so we take the collar and the little baby weight off, 2.5 and collar. So if we add a 20, then put the 2.5 back on, 4 25s, a 20, a 2.5 and a collar. Hayden Toy Signs, 595 pounds, Are we going to see a 600-pound deadlift? Pretty sure we're going to see one of those in a moment's time. 595 on the bar now for Hayden before we begin round 3 of deadlifting. Which I believe will be commencing with... Thank you. Commencing with Lola, to be followed by Ruby, Del, Laura, Simone, Lynn and Peter in that particular order, round 3. Thank you indeed, Antonio. Indeed it is. All right, highest again weight of the day, just shy of 600 pounds by 5 pounds. Almost 2.5 kilos there. Hayden Toy Signs at, let's have a look here now, 27 years young, 113 kg body weight. Oh, how about that? 1 white, 2 whites and 3 whites. Do you think we're going to see a 600-pound? Pretty sure I'm thinking that too, to be honest. Third and final round of deadlifting will commence with 95 kilograms, a 25 and a 10, please, for Lola. May or may not be a personal best. Could be a personal best. Not quite. All right, thank you. 95 kilograms. We normally see personal bests on a third. She'll be followed by Ruby with 107.5. Del with 110, I'm sorry. Laura with 140. And Simone also with 140. If you need the lifting order called out again, lifters, please let me know. $25, 10, and collar. Thank you. Third and final deadlifts, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last round of deadlifts. There are no more deadlifts after this. Must lift it. No. Oh, great. How about that? Were we hanging in suspense or what? 107.5. 25, 15 and 1.25, please. Are you fainting? I think you fainted. 107.5, please, for Ruby. Call an ambulance. 107.5, third and final deadlift now for Ruby Lambert Cornick, 16 years of age. May or may not be a personal best. Not quite yet, thank you. Del Ducamp, you follow. Laura Wells, Simone Treasure, and Lynn Peachy. So this is our third and final deadlifter here. Obviously, of course, round 3, as we mentioned. Ruby Lambert Cornick. Wide stance or sumo style? Yes, nicely done. Good lift. 110, one lifter only at this weight. Del, a 25, a 15, and a 2.5 only, please. Del will be followed by Laura, Simone, Lynn, Peter, and Nikita. Thank you, Shauna. Del Ducamp, 57 years young. Weight class, that is body weight class, 60 kg, 132 pounds. 110 on the bar, 242.5 pounds. Must lift the bar to an upright or locked out position. Yes. I'd say that should be a goer. One white, one white, two whites, three whites. Thank you. Two lifters now at 140. Laura and Simone. 225s, a 5 and a 2.5. Thank you very much again, loaders. Absolutely horrendous job, as we mentioned earlier. 225s, 5 and 2.5. Two lifters only. Thereafter, it'll be Peter with 155, I think, is it? 145, I'm sorry. $140 plus $140, Laura and then Simone. Is it a yes? Two whites just in. Same weight on the bar, please, for Simone Treasure, 31 years young. Third and final deadlift of the day. Then a couple of lifters at 155, Lynn and Peter. Simply standing upright and locking the deadlift out to the judge's satisfaction within the rules of powerlifting. Pretty much like that, we would have thought. Red, red, and red. Okay, now why? Why? Because there was what we call a hitch at the top. So what happened was Simone at the top kind of bounced it. Does that really matter? Let's give her another huge round of applause, please. Great deadlift indeed. Now, same weight on the bar, I believe. No, we're going up now. 225s, a 15 and a collar for Lynn Peachy, to be followed by Peter O'Loughlin. So, final round of deadlifts now. 225s, 15 and a collar. Aggregate there is 342 pounds or 155 kilograms. Conventional deadlifting style, must break ground, and nicely done, beautiful deadlift. One white, two whites, three whites. Peter, you're the same weight, 155, thank you, to be followed by Nikita, Eric, Ben, and Miguel. Personal best, does anyone know? Maybe a personal best, not sure. Okay, standing up right now, keep going, Peter. Nice deadlift. Okay, one white, two whites, three whites. 180, 325s and a 2.5, 397 pounds. Just shy of 400, very impressive for Nikita Simpson. Eric Hall, you'll follow. Ben Wilson, Miguel de Guzman, Alexander Pitt, and Robert Wiggins. £400 deadlift, or just shy of. We must make the comparison there. Sort of a tenuous link. So the bar is indeed loaded. Definitely a personal best here, we thought. Must lift it up and stand upright with it. Oh. Well done. That's right, well done. 185, can we add a 5? If we remove the 2.5 and add a 5, please. 185, Eric Hall, one lifter only at this particular weight. Ben Wilson with 190, also Mikel de Guzman with 190. you, Shauna. But, oh, ouch. Third and final deadlift. Oh, great lift indeed. Again, right on the edge of his capabilities. $190, two lifters at 190. A 5 and a 2.5. So can we add a 2.5, please? Leave the 5 on and just add a 2.5. Ben Wilson and Miguel de Guzman. You are the two lifters at this particular weight. Alexander Pitt, you'll follow. Robert Wiggins, Ewan McCann, Mitch Quinn Conroy, and Hayden Toy Signs. Thank you, Antonio. Thank you very much, Shauna. Third and final attempt now for Ben Wilson, 419 pounds on the pre-metricated scale, pre-1972 that is, in Australia. And also very unusually using a double overhand or hook grip, standing upright. Oh, very like an opener. Very easy indeed. Miguel, same weight, 190. Thank you. Yes. Final lift for Miguel. 80 well, yeah, 816. Oh, no, not quite. Hope nobody drove their two-door coupe that is roofless or coupe or anything. I hope you closed your sunroofs. Currently a monsoon happening out there. 325s, a 10 and a 2.5. For Alexander Pitt, 200 kg, 441 pounds. Third and final lift now for Alexander in the deadlift section. Robert, Ewan, Mitch, and Hayden in a moment. Final lift of the day for Alexander Pitt. Wide stance deadlifting. Must pull it all the way up to completion. Big deep breath. Must concentrate. Great deadlift indeed. White. Yeah, got him. Yep. 215. One lift only. 325s and a 20, please. So 10 off and 20 on. We are down to the final 4 deadlifts of the afternoon. Following this deadlift, there are 3. Robert, Ewan, Mitch, and Hayden in that particular order. We were hoping for the over 600-pound deadlift. 2 over 500 in a moment's time. This is 474 pounds. For Robert Wiggins, 91.3 kg body weight. Again, conventional mixed grip deadlift. Yep, yes, great stuff indeed. I think a white, yeah, it looks like a white. Hard to see with the sun behind you there. 230, one lifter only at this particular weight. 425s and a 2.5, please. Indeed, once again, loaders, 425s, 2.5. Weight on the bar, 507 pounds. Every lift here, thereafter I should say, is 500 pounds, and finally is going to be 636 pounds for the final lift of the day. So this is the pointy end of the competition. Ewan McCann now, 77.1 kg, 230 on the bar. Very, well, pretty much on triple body weight here. 77 kg body weight, 230 on the bar. Mitch Quinn Conroy in a moment, and finally Hayden Toy Signs. Right, very, very impressive power to body weight scale here at the moment. He's on his way up. Keep going, keep going. Oh. Two and a half off and 5 on, please, loaders. So this brings the aggregate to 235. 2.5 kilo plate off, 5 kilo plate on. Second last deadlift of the entire afternoon. We should be done by about probably about 20 past 1 by the looks of things on the computer screen. Mitch Quinn Conroy, best bench press of 125, subtotal of 310 kilos, 235 kg on the bar now. Final deadlift of the day for Mitch, to be followed by Mr. Toy. Again, it's conventional mixed grip style. Yes, nicely done. Whites all the way around. All right, 280 kilograms, 5 25 kilogram plates aside, and a 2.5. The first and only over 600 pound deadlift of the day. In fact, the first and only over 600 pound lift of the day. Hayden Toy Signs, 27 years young, 113.6 kg body weight, 280 on the bar. 5 25s, a 2.5 and a collar. Biggest lift of the afternoon, biggest lift of the day, biggest lift of the competition. Coming up in a moment's time before we wrap up proceedings at the Mortal Kombat competition, 10th of April 2022, here today at Lift Culture in not so sunny Port Kennedy. That's right too, yeah. It's currently Port raining, or it was. Thank you, Antonio. Well, that's it. Let's give him a huge round of applause, folks. Get right behind him now. Hayden Toy Signs. Biggest lift of the day, the final lift of the day, the biggest weight of the entire competition. 600 odd pounds on the bar, 619. He must pull it all the way to completion to finish off the event. Looks like a yes. Got him. That draws to a conclusion. However, if you could all please just hang 5, we shall tally up the scores, and there'll be some prize giving total.
CAPO banner, which is a national organization that we help run, lend our hand to. So before we do get into the placings and the medal giveaway, we've actually got a very special recognition award today. I believe this is probably one of the only in the state. It's certainly the most prestigious in the last 10 years of this caliber in terms of milestones. But I'll hand over to Henry Day, owner of the Muscle Pit, Perth's strongest gym, for more.
Okay, folks. Well, first of all, thanks everyone for turning up. Great effort here, and it's good to see like a combination of gyms participating from here, from the crew down at Snap. Very big crew here today, so thank you. Well done. Hopefully we can see more of you at future comps, and maybe we can even organise a comp down there. But just moving on to why I'm up here today. One of the biggest things that CAPO, which is the powerlifting organisation we fall under, has endeavoured to do is to really lift up the standard of refereeing. And I think without a doubt, one of the persons most responsible for that is, I'm just going to get up here in a minute, Mrs. Zoe Kruger. Come on up. Give you a little bit of background on Zoe. Zoe, what year did you come to the Muscle Pit? So 2016, and you know, one thing about this sport is that not everyone's going to be a legend at it. No disrespect, Zoe, right? But that's the reality. You know, the reality is not everyone's going to be a superstar in the sport, but it is still a sport that everyone can enjoy. You can set your own personal goals and achieve. But there's also other areas that you can run into, whether it's on the administration side, and in particular, in Zoe's case here, has been on the refereeing side. So Zoe, without doubt, has been probably the most recognised referee from West Australia ever in the years that I've been involved with the sport. Today marks a special day, 50 comps today, which is an achievement in itself. But if we start, give it a round of applause. Now, just to reinforce what I mean by, we can pick off sectors of the sport and become excellent at it. Zoe's journey in refereeing has seen her migrate from a novice referee, as we saw a few in here today, to state, to national recognition, and in Zoe's case, international recognition. She's one of probably 4 referees in the state here that are actually world certified. Young Kenyon Donaldson here is the other one of recent note to be on that list. So she's a world-class referee. We're very fortunate to have her in that. She's also participated in some of the biggest events in the world, being Pro Raw being one of them, which she'll referee, and Kenyon will go over there in 2-3 weeks' time to participate in that as a referee there, head referee. So, and that's what I'm saying. Refereeing gives you the best seat in the house. You're right on the money. But more importantly, back to this day, what Zoe has actually delivered is bringing up the standard of refereeing, consistently. The amount of time and effort that she puts into the lower ranks has been unselfish and remarkable. And one of the reasons Kenyon's gone on, and her efforts have sort of helped not only lift the standard, but also make these comps more enjoyable when you actually know 100% there's going to be consistency at your comps, and you're going to get a clear explanation of why you failed to lift, or why you've got to lift for that matter. So, Antonio, if we could just bring out the little thank you. It's only a very small token. But from all of us at CAPO Powerlifting, Muscle Pit, Power Pit, and the entire lifting community, thank you very much, Zoe, and hope you enjoyed your day. 50th refereeing session. Well done. Okay, I'm just going to throw you back to Corey Miller, and Corey will go through the winners, the grinners for today, and we look forward to seeing you at our next comp.
Dream team. Lucy Lifts 85 on social media if you want to follow her, guys. Okay, so today obviously showed a lot of great athlete potential here. A lot of great teen lifters, which is always phenomenal to see the grassroots coming through. This first award, and we'll start with the teens, teen female. Please, Lucy. Beautiful. So this first teen award, female, goes to Ruby Lambert-Cornick. This is Ruby's first official novice competition, being no stranger to the powerlifts herself, having trained for such a while over at Genesis Kelmscott and having done a few in-house competitions is quite phenomenal. But I think what's more impressive with this one is she's actually registered as a teen. However, if she had registered in the open competition, she would have placed second. So that's very impressive to know she was that close to winning the entire thing. And you should be very proud of yourself, and I think you've got an amazing, bright future ahead. So on to bigger and better things. Well done, Ruby. Next, we move on to teen male, and this one goes to Ewan McCann. Well done, Ewan. Congratulations, mate. Ewan had a little bit of a mix-up this morning, getting to the venue pretty late, which would have kerfuffled anybody, but still managed to come away with some silverware, so that's fantastic. Well done, Ewan. All right, now on to the female open section. Sorry. We'll go to the male masters. We did have some female masters enter today, but unfortunately, in the sport of powerlifting, you need to post at least one completed lift on the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift in order to get a total. Unfortunately, we didn't see that happen for a female masters lifter today, so there is no total. That means we can't hand out that award. But nonetheless, there were some really, really great efforts from our female masters, and you should be very proud of yourselves. This is a novice comp, so this is exactly where you want to blow out the cobwebs and figure out what not to do when coming into state events like the WA CAPO state titles on May 22nd, which I encourage you all to have a think about seriously. All the lifters here today are doing. There's enough prep time for you to roll around and double down on the next one. So without further ado, male masters lifter, this one goes to Peter O'Loughlin. Well done, Pete. One of Lift Culture's very own, I believe, under the tutelage of young Dom. Beautiful, beautiful. Well done. Big future ahead of you, Pete. I think the best years are yet to come. Now we'll get on to our female awards. In third place, we have Simone Treasure. Well done, Simone. Another one of Lift Culture's very own. Congratulations. What's the second one? If you've got keen ears, you would have heard that second place goes to Lynn Peachy. Well done, Lynn. Another one of Lift Culture's. It's brilliant to see the host gym taking out some of the silverware. Without further ado, however, we move to a new sector of Perth, being Snap Redcliffe with Nikita Simpson. Well done, Nikita. So this trophy here, guys, is one of our perpetual trophies from West Australian Powerlifting. Yep, go for it. So Nikita's name will actually be immortalised in this one, and we have names from all the way back when this one's inception in 2016. So she joined some great names there. Now moving on to the men's. In third place, Miguel. Well done, Miguel. A good first showing there, mate. You had some great lifts, and I think you held yourself very professionally on the platform. So keep it up, buddy. All right, and in second place, the silver medal goes to Mitch Quinn Connie. Mitch Quinn. Well done, Mitch. Well done, brilliant. Under Brian's tutelage, I think. Yeah, a brilliant coach there in Brian, one of the best. But last but not least, certainly stole away the show with his final lift of 280 kilos on that deadlift, Hayden Toy Toy. I'll get all of the lifters that received an award just to come back up on stage. While all the lifters come up on stage, we do have one more award that we will hand out. This one goes to most promising. Now, it was actually really difficult to select this person based upon what they stood out for alone when there were so many good novices here today. And so we have decided to send this one into fourth position of the men's, which was Sir Robert. How many Roberts did we have here today? Wiggins. Robert Wiggins. Let's go, Rob. Cheese and whiskers. Congratulations, Rob. Well done, mate. So I'll get all the award winners just back here on stage. Even you, Rob, you can come back, buddy. I'll get the open winners to hold their trophies. And we'll stand here on the stage. We'll get some nice shots for the cameras. Let's all bring it back in. Brilliant. And so with that is the conclusion of Mortal Kombat 2022. However, I'd just like to say thank you to our MC, Adam Coe. Adam's ever faithful, always punctual, and giving us one of the better showdowns with talking that we've seen this side of WA. And fun historical fact, Adam, who was on the microphone for most of today, is actually Australia's strongest lifter in history. Which looking at him you may or may not believe, but he's certainly a wealth of knowledge and experience there. Just like to say a big thank you to Hayden, owner here at Lift Culture. Phenomenal venue, mate. I've had multiple people tell me that. Yeah, round of applause for Hayden and the team. I've had multiple people remark to me throughout the day as they've looked around saying this is a really lovely gym, and hopefully if you're in the area, you might see some promise in that statement and come down and check it out during the week, and I'm sure Hayden can assist you with any membership inquiries. From here, guys, we have our next sanctioned comp, which is our CAPO State Championships. This one's one of the more prestigious events here locally, and so if you're keen, that one's held down at Wattle Grove, Camp Wattle Grove to be precise, and is also a Pro Raw qualifier, Pro Raw being Australia's prestigious international and invitation-only meet. But following that, for all the novices here today, or those that would be novices, our next novice meet is on July 10. Details to be advised, but we may have a new venue that we're working on. So more details to come. And if you do want to keep abreast of what's happening there, you can just jump over to the WA Powerlifting page, give that one a like and a follow, and check out the events upcoming. So hopefully you all guys have a good school holidays and a safe Easter. Look after yourselves. And Sam says we want a... Oh, and all the photos taken today will be up on the Muscle Pit website later tonight. Thank you.